Scorpios, what's good? We're about to do a spiritual reading, Scorpio. So be prepared, all right? It's gonna be a 3-card draw, and I've been spiritually led to do some spiritual readings because I was thinking of something new to try in regards to tarot, and I thought to myself, well, try something spiritual. And I'm like, well, tarot is spiritual. And I'm like, yeah, but did you intend to enhance people's spiritual senses and capabilities in your readings? No. Which is a strong point. We usually use tarot to gain spiritual guidance for earthly matters. And even if these readings, or when these readings come out the same way, so be it. You know what I mean? But I think setting the tone off to actually aim for it is a creative idea, and it's worth trying. So here we are. So, got apple in my tooth. Gonna slice and dice this deck and get to it. This is the spiritual matter at hand, Scorpios. The 4 of Swords. So, you need to be at peace for something. I'm getting that this is you. You need to be at peace for something because you have a message to deliver. Now, this message may be of some spiritual sense, spiritual matter, but it may not. Put it this way: there are issues going on in the world that need addressing, that are many, but you can't do it now. And I think that's what makes this a spiritual matter, because if you are to leap out of your bed, so to speak, well, shit, literally, to address this now and speak on it now, then it will defeat the purpose of you being in a position to carry this out anyway. So your position right now is to remain resting and remain optimistic while resting. And what you're doing in this resting period is, of course, all of the things that's associated with resting, right? But you're planning for the future. So it's kind of like daydreaming and vision boards and imagination, all of those things combined. And what's going to happen during that resting period is you're going to get the word, and the words plural, to say regarding this situation. I think it's going to be more of a streamlined message that you deliver, instead of your speech being dispersed around a various amount of different things, because the message will get diluted the more that you separate the vocal energy. So in order for it to hit big and hit home and be impactful, you're going to stick to one area when communicating this message. This message has the power to expand and reach many people, and it's going to be on a public arena, public stage. Sure, this brings some type of fear and anxiety because it's such a big deal, and foundation is on the line here. So security, stability is still on the line here. And some of that anxiety and the stress, the overwhelm that caused this need for a resting period comes from so many different issues. So it's like you're looked at in high regard when it comes to addressing these things. So you may feel like you're going to let some people down because you choose one thing out of the many things. It's kind of, it feels, it sounds more political than it feels, but it sounds political if you get what I'm saying. They come with mad different topics that you got to debate, and you're just like, yo, I want to talk about border control. Give a fuck about all that other shit. Border control is my shit. Like, that's my shit. That's an example. But this is how you feel about it. This is how you feel about it. The Hierophant in reverse. So this is what I'm feeling too. This is what I'm feeling. Just like I just said. Like, it's feeling political, right? The Hierophant card is a spiritual card, though. The ruler of spirituality on the third dimension in the 3D plane. So what it's telling me is you see this as a opportunity for you to bring spirituality into the conversation. So it's kind of like you may go against the norm because, you know, certain people or factions are trying to like remove God and religious talk out of certain institutions and buildings and books and shit like that, right? And you're just like, okay, I'm gonna come from a place of spirituality, and I'm not going to use, what should I say? Yeah, and I'm not going to use the traditional religions that pretty much own most of the consolidated power or the market share of religion. You're going to use spirituality in a sense, like, so the spiritual community or the conscious community or something like that, or the woke community. You'd rather take one of those routes because it's more innovative, new age community, some shit like that. You get what I'm saying? Because it doesn't fall in line with the norm, with the status quo. So when you come deliver this message, this is actually going to bring an end to those institutions, to the clout and the power that those institutions hold. But not only those institutions, but also the opposition of this one idea that you came to deliver the message for. And there's going to be some conflict, but it's not going to be because of the spiritual route that you choose. That's actually going to gain you an audience because they're going to like the sound of how change sounds, sort of like when Obama ran. And the conflict is going to actually come from the dismantling of the old structures of religion that was in play. I'm just keeping it a bean with you, B. I'm just keeping it a bean with you. So it's like people trying to hold on for the last hurrah, and it's like, nope, shit is crumbling. Y'all had y'all time. That shit is done. And I think that's more of a reason of why you chose only one of these swords out of the four to bring to the forefront and speak about. Because all of that rest of that shit, you can kill 3 birds. You could kill 3 swords with 1 sword. That was corny. I could have did that much different, much more savvy or whatever. Now I know I could tell I'm getting tired, but you get what I'm saying, right? Pretty much. And you figure that out in your resting period. You like, you know what? I'm just going to drill home this one thing, because and spirituality can be like that. You just drill home spirituality real hard, pause. And the next thing you know, all of that other shit, all of the other problems and issues crumbles. They like, oh, we want to talk about taxes. We want to talk. No, we talking about this all day long, 24/7. They're going to look like fools trying to debate you on the stage because you're not going to change the topic. You're going to, all your rebuttals are going to be like, no, we need to take care of this. Once we take care of this, everything else is taken care of. What the fuck is you talking about? You know how many people died under this religion and that religion, and how many division has been caused from, like, you could set it off with this fucking message. That's how you see it. But let's look at a factor that you should consider based upon this thing, this operation, or what have you. 3 of Pentacles in reverse. So, okay. Let's see where this is going. Hold on, give me a minute. Okay, what you'll find here is that I'm getting do not let the opposite gender try to sway you or provoke you in another direction, prevent you from going in your direction, try to talk you out of this. Don't let that happen, but be aware for that to potentially be a thing. Also, I get more along the lines of there should, and this is not to be gender biased, but there should be a man spearheading this or be at the forefront of this. Even if you're a woman watching this and you got a right to speech for a man, do it. Also, and trust me when I tell you, even if you're at the forefront and you got all of the accolades and the clout for spearheading this spiritual movement, still write the speech for this guy. I don't know who this guy is. You'll know who the guy is. And it's just because the world just hasn't taken that sharp turn yet to put you as a woman on a pedestal high enough to make this thing happen. It'll take the two of you. You understand what I'm saying? It'll take, but it's like I said, it's also important that you don't have like a feminist movement getting in your ear like, listen, girl, no, you shouldn't do that thing twice. You know, God said it, everything should be like this. And don't let that get in your ear. And you also can't let no man come around and say, she's a woman. You know what I'm saying? Because that's when you come and be like, oh, yeah, I understand that, but you must be inferior of a woman, but that's all good. This man over here isn't. Are you? And then here comes your cape on, armor, however you want to dress them. It's cool with me. And don't involve yourself with people who are not ecstatic and obsessed about this shit. If they're lackadaisy, if they're nonchalant, if they're subpar, they're out of here. They're not even to be communicated to about this. They're not coming to the conferences. They're not coming to the meetings. Anybody who tries to delay something regarding this, it's a red flag. I don't mean like off them. I mean like they just can't be involved. You know what I'm saying? And that's it.